Got a hot tip on some shit that was cut down. And I know you're not parking in my fucking spot. We got all this and we got another fucking trip like this. Yeah, that's right, get the fuck out of here. Alright, this is Jippo Loggers Part 2. In case you didn't hear me, Jippo Loggers Part 2. We went, we pillaged, came back with all this maple. It was 2 truckloads of my Toyota Tundra. And as you can see, got the toolbox in there, so you know it's not like really made for cargo. But I can take a little, well, quite a bit actually. So we loaded that shit up. It was 2 truckloads, but like, I don't know, it was probably 3 truckloads. And I didn't really do it in the safest way. But we had to get in and out. This is shit that the city cut down. It's maple. It was all over the power lines, so we just fucking pulled over and grabbed it. And then I went with my dad in his truck, because his truck's got more space. And we got whatever was left. So he's gonna come by this afternoon and drop it off. But it's pretty fucking cool, man. Hopefully I don't fucking die. Yeah, that one's gonna fall over. But they got all these fucking nice fucking stumpies and shit. Look at this one. Natural crutch. So we're gonna put our logs on it, help us buck them, make it a lot easier. I have a couple like that, but pretty cool. And we're almost out of wood. You know, we had those pieces left, and it's fucking minus 20 today. Temperature dropped. Oh, we have this too. Not that much though. So I had a wood pile. And that there, let's say in the middle of the winter, like minus 20, minus 30, there's a few days. It's like fucking 3 days worth. But it's warmer now, except for today. And all my saws have fucking, I switched them to regular grade oil. Usually I put winter oil in them. So I'm not going to use them today. I don't really need to. I got a couple of stumps to split and get some firewood out of that. Get some of that too. Alright, talk to you guys in a bit. Shadilay, brothers. So, I'm at the ghetto park. And I came here yesterday. It's the first time I went skating in 2 weeks, I guess. Which happens in the wintertime. In the wintertime, I try to go once a week. But this winter has been really fucked up. Usually, I'll even go twice a week to the indoor skate park. But this winter, you know, I've been going once a week, sometimes twice a week. But often, some weeks I had to skip because I couldn't make it down there. And I had other things to take care of around here or somewhere else, you know, which prevented me from being able to skate as much as I wanted to. So good news is, every time I went this winter, except for maybe once, I had a pretty good session, including yesterday. Took me a little while warming up on certain tricks, which is normal. It always happens, even if I skate every fucking day. Some tricks always give me trouble, and those aren't necessarily the hardest tricks. That's just the way it is. Other than that, yeah, it's good to be back into it. You can see there's some snow around here. There was like a little skating rink here in the fucking winter, and they piled fucking snow on all the obstacles everywhere. And when snow's in piles, it's the fucking slowest to fucking melt. Best is when it's fucking spread out. Same thing with water. So if you're ever drying off a skate park, spread it out instead of putting it in a pile. Same thing with your house. I made that mistake. As you can see in my place with the fucking wood chips and shit. So I put them in the corner in the winter and they froze with a bunch of snow. And anyway, I got to keep fucking spreading them out every fucking day now. But that's that. So I'm going to skate a little bit. My battery on my phone is 75%. So I don't know if I'll be able to fucking get everything. A lot of the time when I just leave it running and it shuts off, I lose the fucking last take. So I'm going to keep checking it periodically, but I'll set it up. I'll set it up as I fucking warm up and shit. And I'm going to walk up to this ghetto ass fucking quarter pipe here. To this thing here behind me. Or not quarter pipe, flat bank, which is essentially useless. It's too narrow. Set up my magnetic tripod on it. And time lapse this shit. I should have brought water. I'm already thirsty. Oh boy. Shadilay, brothers. So, the session ended when I broke my board. And I had my filmer board with me because that's the board I used to get to the skate park. And filmer board's got giant wheels on it. So I had about an hour left until it started to fucking rain. Which it's doing right now, by the way. It's fucking freezing rain now. It's been raining the past fucking few days since I finished that video. Since I snapped my board right then and there. Now, funny thing about that is that my board was already broken in half. It was broken in half for the past 5 or 6 sessions that I skateboarded this winter. And it's fucked up because I was trying to do I had a choice. I was just getting warmed up, and do I want to go set up my new board and come back and skate a little bit before it rains? Or do I just want to go home and end it on a high note? So I should have ended it on a high note, or I should have come back, it doesn't really matter, but instead, I tried to do another 360 flip on my filmer board with giant wheels, and it's like fucking 4 feet off the ground. And anyway, whatever, I landed 2 that were satisfactory. I landed a few more, but they were fucking ugly. But I wasn't happy, so I went home, I set up my new board, and then I resumed the warm-up, and I had a really tough time. I had a really tough time getting those 3 flips on my new board. But I got them eventually, and the reason why was because the new board was too fucking stiff, and the grip tape gripped too much. And this would ordinarily have been okay, but I was used to my board that had been snapped in half, so it was nice and springy. So my timing on that board, well, it was actually a little bit faster because it was less responsive. But on a new board, a stiffer board, you have to wait a little bit longer. Anyway, it's really fucked up. And after I busted my board in half, trying it on the filmer board, it didn't make it any easier on the new board. So, yeah, it's really cold here. I got my fire. It just went in my face. Again. Fuck. But it's fun to do videos outside. Now, my original videos at the beginning of my MGTOW playlist, oh my god, I'm fucking crying right now. At the beginning of my MGTOW playlist, it was all like my thoughts, you know, on, again, very basic MGTOW subjects. But a while ago, around a year ago, I decided that I didn't want to make any videos in front of my computer in my room anymore. So I do updates now and then, or parts of videos from behind the desk, you know, it's inevitable, but I always try to get outside. And for that reason, my content, especially my MGTOW content, has been a lot more varied. It hasn't been my thoughts on, you know, my single thoughts on, you know, one-word issues like hypergamy or the wall, or, you know, if she has a boyfriend but you still want to fuck her, like whatever, you know. But I'm always out here, you know. I would prefer it. I prefer it. So, you know, I try to drop little red pills, but this whole channel is a giant fucking red pill. So, you know, if you want to see the way I live, or see if this sort of lifestyle is appealing to you, or if you can make tweaks on your own, then have at it, you know. So, a couple of things that happened since the last video. Now, the little chainsaw I was using, that chainsaw is an arborist saw. It's made to go up in the tree. But I was running it in on the ground. That's the first time I ever used it. It's really cool though. I used it a couple of times since then. And we've gotten some more wood. And yeah, so I got, well, I wouldn't say fucked over, because I wasn't relying on anybody, but the car wash didn't pan out. It was given to somebody else who is now living above me for a month, and then he's moving in to the landlord's house, which is above the car wash. So, yeah, you're a fucking cuck, my friend, for doing that. So, anyway, whatever, but that's fine. In the time being, I've been working on starting, you know, my business, getting it off the ground. And I didn't really talk too much in the last video, but as you guys know, we've been cutting a lot of firewood this winter. And we actually managed to heat the apartment the whole winter with a wood stove. And we had like a fucking Siberian winter here, man. It was really cold. And I was about to put the camera further back, and then I got a gust of smoke in my face. That's my strange mannerisms there. But yeah, so we heated all winter without having to turn the actual fucking baseboards on, which is really good. And our fucking pipes burst in the basement, and the landlord was supposed to come fix everything, and what he did was put 2,000 watt space heaters in the basement and told us that we had to run those all winter. Yeah, right. Yeah, we did that. In case you're watching, yeah, we did that. And in case you're watching, I think you're a fucking cockroach. Yep. And yeah, just wait till I get pictures of your face and plaster them all over fucking town. Local cockroach. Smoke in my eye again. So yeah, that didn't pan out, but yeah. Just got a call, no caller ID. Which I don't answer, because I don't know you, so why the fuck would I answer? You can't send a text. So, we've been cutting a lot of wood, and as necessities grew, we learned exactly what it takes and how much it takes to eat a house, how you can cook with it and everything, and that's our plan. We're planning to, get the fuck out of Dodge and all that shit. So, holy shit, it's really fucking smoky. So why not, and people have asked us too, when we've been gathering firewood, if we could, help them out, make a couple of cuts here or there for them. And, generally I would say no, but if it's a small thing and I'm trying to build a reputation, then yeah, I'm too happy to help. If there's a log that you want taken away, it'll help us too. But they don't need to know that we have a wood stove. So, started a little tree removal business and doing small things, easy things at first. Things that I'm comfortable doing, not following anything too big. Nothing bigger than what I've done so far, even though I don't really refuse anything. And I didn't know how to climb when I started it, and I still don't, but as you can see in the video, I'm learning, and I taught myself, and because no one else wanted to fucking teach me, and that's just fucking how it is, right? And all over the place, I see a lot of discouraging stuff for newcomers in this line of work. People will make their own equipment and they'll post YouTube videos about it, and you're gonna get tons of shit from people that don't even have channels, and they don't even prove that they have experience. They'll say, oh, I've been doing such and such for 20 years, and I'm telling you, like, what you're doing now, you're gonna get hurt, and I'm an expert, and learn the real way or leave it to the pros. Then you check out this guy's channel, and for their 20 years of experience, they don't have a single video, just opinions. And even if you have been doing it for 20 years, are you good? And more importantly, if I'm going to learn from you, do I think you're good? I've been skateboarding for 20 years, but so have a lot of other people that I know. And a lot of them are way better than me, but a lot of them are shit. And a lot of them are just different. So just the fact that you've been doing something for a long time does not mean that other people are going to want to fucking take advice from you. And yeah, everybody has an opinion, but is it well justified? And are you a hypocrite? Do you walk the walk as well as talk the talk? So naturally, I'm only interested in associating with one of these types of people. And to the people that actually know me, the guys that used to be my friends, that, sometimes watch an occasional video on that, if you're wondering why we don't hang out, it's just because I don't like you. Just because I don't respect you. It's because you don't do anything. You don't stand for anything. You don't try. You make excuses. And you live vicariously through my channel. If even, you don't even have the balls. Like, you can't, like, it's sad, it's fucking sad. And you live vicariously through my channel, and you say, oh, well, that's all well and good, it's entertaining, but, it would never work for me, because I have real responsibilities, or I have this, or, I have a kid. Well, yeah, that's your fucking fault, man. I didn't tell you how to have a fucking kid. And the title of my channel isn't how to fucking use your wife and kid as an excuse for everything, or how to be a bitch, or how to simp to everybody, or, how to get nothing done. It's called Bridge Burners TV, so do the math, man. Whatever you get out of it, like, it's different, but the title is clear. It's not how to be a simp, how to be a fag, how to fucking bend over and take it in the ass for society. It's not about that. You will learn none of that on this channel. Hopefully, if you have a fucking brain, you'll learn the opposite. And that's why Steve, by the way, that's why I fucking blocked your comments from my channel. Because you're a moron, and you act like a fucking moron. And I've been helping you, or trying to help you, for the better part of 20 years, and you never fucking listen. You always throw all my advice back in my face, and you whine that it doesn't work. And we're presented the same opportunity. That's the fucking funny thing, throughout our entire friendship, we've had the same opportunity, and the difference is that I chose to go out and follow it, and you chose to sit on your ass. And it's funny, it's like the experiment with the twins. And, you just never fucking acted on opportunity. You never tried. You always made excuses. And you never learned how to deal with women. You never learned how to deal with people because you would not take the time. You were too afraid of rejection. You were too afraid of failure. And that's made you, in turn, ironically, afraid of success. Because if you don't try, you can never fail. And all you do is shit talk other people that try and they fail, and you say, oh, I knew it wouldn't work, that's why I don't do that. Well, that's why you're in the place you are. That's why you have 2 bastard kids with 2 different fucking baby mamas. That's why. And I don't have any of that shit. I basically have whatever I want because I never stopped, man. And I always pursued opportunity, and there have been ups and downs. There have been many ups and downs, and I've fallen a lot. But my scars are a source of pride, guys, and yours should be too. And the more scars you have, generally, the more experience you have, the more stories you have. So on that note, I hope you like my video. More to come. I bought a whole bunch of gear that I've been accumulating for the past while. Oh, and about work, yeah, so we started a tree removal business, and I taught myself to climb. I'm still learning, and I've been applying. No one fucking wanted to hire me. I even worked with a guy a few years ago, and he had other employees, but he likes to complain about his employees. He'd rather hire a retard and ask around if you know anyone good, because he's tired of doing all the work. And then when you say, oh, I know someone, you know, me or whoever, even if you work with him and do a good job, that makes him uncomfortable, because that way he doesn't get to be the rock star anymore. But see, the thing is, in my world, everybody gets to be a rock star. If you're good, you can be a rock star. If you're good, you can do anything. You know, even if you're shit, you can do something. On MH's stream, sound was going in and out, but thanks for having me on, buddy. If you're watching this, I always fucking liked you, man. And you know, on his stream, we're talking about starting a business, and a lot of people in the comments were saying get experience first. Well, define experience. What do you call experience? I call experience skill. Now, is it likely that you'll have skill first try? No. But a piece of paper doesn't equate skill. It does not. It might take skill to get that piece of paper. It might not. That piece of paper might get you hired. It might not. My whole point, guys, only skill equals skill. So you should be able to get hired based on your skill. And even if you suck, everyone has to start somewhere. So yeah, let me suck, even if I fucking can't get experience. And on that note, of all the places I applied to, almost fucking 24 places, I didn't know there were so many fucking places. One of them called me back, and I start Wednesday with him, and I'm going for a professional tree service company, you know, cutting down trees and hopefully climbing also. And he's gonna try me out, and no matter where he puts me, I'm gonna learn everything. I'm just gonna shut the fuck up and open my eyes and take down notes, because this is going to be my trade now. And if it's good, then I'll stay there. It's only seasonal work anyway, but if it's good, then I'll stay there. And for whatever reason, if it doesn't pan out, it doesn't pan out. And that's why I've been planning and accumulating and, you know, practicing and training in the time being. So I don't need to cross my fingers. I got all this fucking wood to knock on. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys are up to right now. It's fucking disgusting out here. It's fucking great white frozen north. And it's Monday now, so I have 2 more days of getting ready before I supposedly start. But it's supposed to be snow and freezing rain this week, so it's not likely that we'll be going out this week, even if the weather remains like this. So if that's the case, then we'll be going back up to Hudson and climbing a few more trees. And a few people that have been really kind to me, the MGTOW community, giving me shout outs or giving me a platform on their show, or telling other people to subscribe to me. MH, like I said, always respect you, buddy. I really appreciate the fucking chat we had the other day. Sorry for my fucking mic, man. Sorry I had to take the live stream down, probably because the sound on my end wasn't good enough. But sorry and thank you. And to all the guys that listened and that got a kick out of the stream, thank you too. And who else? Charles F. Gray. Also, I was on your stream the other day, you know, just in the chat, and you checked me out and you told everyone to subscribe to me. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Also, Howard Dare, thanks for pinning my comment, and you always give me a great welcome when I'm in your chats and stuff like that. You know, you introduce me to other people, and you announce me even if I'm not on your show. And you tell people to subscribe, and you tell people about my skateboarding, and yeah, I think you're the fucking man. Honestly, I fucking do, man. And other people have fucking helped me out also. But, you know, lately, And oh yeah, and Sunrise Hoodie. Sunrise Hoodie makes really good content. And if you're a fellow content creator, you know, like myself, big or small, you'll understand that you probably don't have all the time in the world to consume content because you're too busy creating it. So between content creators, we don't all watch all of our videos. So it's really cool when you get different creators that actually subscribe to you. And even if they don't watch all of your videos, you know, just as they subscribe is fucking cool. So another good guy that I really like, Sunrise Hoodie. You know, he doesn't watch all of my videos, but you know, we run into each other now and then, and he leaves a comment here and there. And I've been in his chats, and he's always cool. I recommend checking all his fucking videos because he's got a really great organized channel in terms of subject matter. And you know, like shaming language you'll hear if you're MGTOW. Like, you know, I've had little ideas to do things like this in the past. Not saying he got it from me, but I don't need to do them now. Like, he's taking care of it, and he's doing a fucking awesome job. And he has really good live streams. He interacts with everybody. So check out his channel also, if you're not already subscribed. Oh yeah, my truck. My truck was stuck in park, and I called the garage. It's the third time this happened, by the way. And I took it in 2 other times, and they supposedly fixed the column, but they didn't. They just put some fucking oil on it. On the shifter, actually, not even the column. The shifter underneath the truck. So, to get it out of gear, someone had to shift the gear on the column, and someone had to nudge the shifter underneath the truck simultaneously. So Mark and I did that, and we managed to get it out of park into reverse, and then down to neutral, back up to reverse, back up to park. Then we were going down, you know, going back up, and from neutral to reverse, the fucking column broke. And it broke it broke in a really complicated place. And they had to change my whole fucking steering wheel, and they had to get a scrap one. And I got new brakes in the winter, okay? Like, right before the winter. So, no, right after winter started. So a little under 3 months ago. And these new brakes have a 3-month warranty, which is shit. And I was waiting for my appointment at the garage. So when I brought my truck in to fix a fucking steering wheel, they had to change the brakes too, because the brakes were all rusted to shit. And I said, well, they're under warranty, so at least I don't have to pay for it. And he said, well, your car, he said it sat in the driveway for a week. And I said, yeah, so? And he said, well, everyone knows you have to drive it every day or it rusts. I said, I know that. I don't give a fuck, man. I can do what I want. I can park it for the fucking winter, man. If the part's under warranty, it's under warranty. He says, oh, it doesn't work like that. I said, yes, it does, man. And he says, well, the guy's not going to give me my money back. I said, that's not my fucking problem. That's your fucking problem. I'm not paying for it. I'm taking my fucking truck back, and that's it. And he says, okay, let me see what I can do. Yeah, so I didn't pay for the brakes. But it cost me almost $1,000 to fucking fix a fucking steering wheel. And he put a used one on my baby, and it has like rust on it and shit. Fuck, man. These fucking mechanic fuckers. But anyway, I got it back, and I have my winch, because the fucking binding strap that I was using last time, it didn't work properly. Well, it worked, but upon getting fucking stuck at some point, it was under too much stress, and the hook at the end fucking split apart. So we bought a steel cable, bought 50 feet of steel cable, a 1/4 inch, which was quite thick, and I spliced it and put 2 eyes on the end and put some hooks on the end. So now we have a tow rope for the truck that's very strong. And I also unearthed my old winch that I bought 5 years ago for my very same truck, but I never put it on. And it's fucked up because we lived in our old apartment for 5 years, and it was on the 2nd floor, and it had no room to put any of my tools. It had no backyard. Well, it did, but the neighbor took it over. So I couldn't do anything there. I couldn't fucking work, you know? And living in this place, I don't like this place anymore. It makes me fucking sick. But it's woken me up to the principle of, you know, self-sufficiency. Hence the wood stove. And what you really need and what you don't need. And I'm bringing all my tools back and shit, you know. I'm not going to be here for that long either way. But
all my stuff is back. I'm always, you know, working, getting my workshop set up so that I can, you know, be independent again. And again, even though I'm not going to be staying here, but I need these things, you know. The fucking flame is licking the camera. Alright, it's still good. Change the angle a bit. But yeah, that's basically it. So I have this basement that's full of garbage from the last tenant that the landlord refused to clean. Well, refused. He didn't make any repairs. And Mark says, which I agree, that he had no intention of ever giving us the car wash. He only said it to placate us in order to get out of performing otherwise necessary repairs. So in other words, if we're buddies and he got me a job, then I'd look the other way on the leaky roof, you know, or the uninsulated house, or man, there's so much shit, man. When we moved in here, there were bars on the windows, and there was tint for like a car, from like Canadian Tire, like the shitty stuff that the guy put on all the windows, and they're like creases and streaks all over. It looks like a fucking 2-year-old did it. And he left it there when we moved in, and we had to peel it off, and all the windows were screwed fucking shut, with all different size fucking screws. So it was like 35 degrees here in the summer. It was like a fucking sauna in here. My dog was going crazy. And I told the landlord all this shit too as soon as we moved in. He's like, everything okay? I'm like, no, man. I'm like, what's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? He's like, oh, that's not good. Oh, I'll have to come back later. Like, man, comes back like the next week with like a 2x4. Like, I'm not even joking. And he looks at the windows, because we took off all the tints, and there's like fucking disgusting shit still on them. It's all sticky. So he tells me, he says, oh, just get a razor blade. Yeah, you think I'm gonna scrape all your fucking windows in your fucking building with a razor blade, motherfucker? Yeah, I'll get a razor blade. I won't fucking use it for that. So anyway, yeah, I'll end it on a... I'll end it on that note. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a thought in the comments downstairs. And like, share, subscribe. Go sub to all these other guys that I mentioned. I'll put the links in the description. And look forward to future videos coming very soon. Shadilay, brothers.